MAGA is now melting down on Twitter because their eyes were physically assaulted by the view of a few words in Spanish. See, the House GOP tweeted out this: House Republicans believe in every American's potential to thrive by embracing the power of work. And then they translated it into Spanish in the same message, and they should probably die because of that. But that's not me saying that. Listen to the comments, including from Congressman Brandon Gill, who says, "Is this a joke? We're in America. We represent Americans. We don't pander in foreign languages. Speak English." First of all, it would be right English. They're not speaking. A tweet is not spoken. But anyway, they're freaking out. By the way, I looked it up. There are 53 million people in this country that speak Spanish and presumably write it as well. If we represent Americans, then you might represent one of the 53 million Americans that use that language. Again, it wasn't just in Spanish, it was in both, and they didn't put Spanish first. It's not enough that English was included and that English came first. This is a supremacist argument. It can only be in English, okay? That's what it's about. And this guy, Exeter56, who pays Elon Musk $8 a month to be on Twitter, he decided to snitch to the president about this. He added the POTUS. They're posting in Spanish. He signed an executive order. The House GOP account is posting some very questionable content lately, trolling, hacked, or just being defiant. I don't know, maybe they were trying to reach out to people who speak Spanish that they want to vote for them in the midterms. Have you considered that? And then, what the holy hell is this? Why isn't this all in English? Again, it's in English. Tammy McDonald, all these people, by the way, pay Elon Musk. We speak English. You need to go check out the executive order that Trump signed. Whoever is running this account needs to be fired. Again, but don't call it a cancel culture. Don't call it censorship. Don't call it anything like that. Oh, free expression in my language, not in any other. And oh God, so much. We're for we the people, but rather for the people from across the border. It's so utterly pathetic. By the way, they had previously sent out this message. This was all in Spanish, so that's I hope that MAGA didn't see that because they might have literally died. But here is, I did some searching and I found an even bigger betrayal. This was like a week and a half after Trump was sworn in the first time around. This is the Spanish language White House account on Twitter. And that message is all in Spanish. And that was Trump that did that. So I think on MAGA, you gotta get rid of this guy. You can't trust him, okay? Has he read his executive order? Anyway, Sharon, what do you make of this? Utterly pathetic.
It'll never happen, but if I became president, I think I would make sure that the entire ceremony swearing in was in Spanish. And maybe there'd be subtitles in English, maybe. Just for fun, okay? I mean, we've been headed down this direction for a really long time, this entitlement. I once had this dumb news director who made our consumer reporter do a story. He was furious because, you call up something and it says, for Spanish, press 1, okay, but it says it in Spanish. And he was furious. This is America. It should be English first, okay? And we'll worry about everybody else later. We've been headed in this direction. And there are people who are like Brandon, who are chiming in and so disgusted about this that they just have to shout about it when there's real things, okay? What was this country built on? What about that lady, the green lady that's half in New Jersey and half in New York who stands for something, welcoming people, right? Isn't that what this country was built on? I forget, when did it change?
I don't know. I will say they were at least consistent because that White House message I found, they did complain about it being in Spanish even back then. I'll never understand the need to speak down to think down to communicate down to the lowest common denominator. It is objectively better to speak more languages. I know that that's controversial, maybe that's politically incorrect now, but it's better to know multiple languages actually. And also for a political party, it's better to communicate in multiple languages because you want those people to vote for you. Except maybe MAGA doesn't. Maybe MAGA is telling people who speak Spanish, we don't want you. It sure seems like that.